Right, Internet, I'm awfully late on this video, apologize, but we're going to do this in one cut, so it's going to run a little bit long, and I might ramble, and you might hear me say a lot. So this is the EDC bag that I made a teaser on, and I'm actually missing one item, but I'll talk about that later. This typically sits ready for me to grab it and go if I need it. This sits on it. My intent is to somehow stick it on there, but I haven't figured out how. So the premise behind this bag is that if I need to get out of my vehicle and either ride in someone else's or pull out my rifle and start shooting at something because who knows what's going on, or pistol, whatever the case may be, that if shit goes down, I can grab this and go. So it's kind of like a bailout bag. My bug out bag is really heavy. Well, bug out bag. My emergency bag is really heavy, really big, really bulky, and if I'm having to don a weapon and deal with something, it would be completely impractical. But I figure if I'm ever having to don a weapon and deal with something, I might also have to deal with a whole bunch of other stuff, because they typically come in threes. Oh, by the way, the video's not sponsored. Oh, you can't even see it. But I just rustled up a little bit of background candy for you. But don't have any sponsors yet, not big enough for that. So I'm just dabbling in all this in my spare time. But so yeah, that's the general purpose behind this bag. It's kind of make-believe scenario, but at the same time, if I need something, I've got it. I mean, right now, prepping is just a game or a bet, kind of like term life insurance. So, it's just kind of a hobby and a game. But let me jump right into it, because we're 2.5 minutes in, I haven't opened anything. And I know you guys like to see gear, because that's what YouTube's about. So, what we have here, this is a military surplus, U.S. military surplus bayonet. High speed, pretty high speed, pretty heavy. So it's got a belt clip. So let's see if I can get this here. So you twist, or not twist, squeeze there. And you put your belt in there, and then you close it. Pretty effective mechanism. Quick release. Pop out the bayonet. So what this does, in conjunction with this, and that hole right there, is that gives you a wire cutter. We're not talking like copper wire, we're talking like steel wire, fences, that sort of thing. This is an M9 Phobos 3. I saw these when I deployed, and I was like, oh, dude, those are awesome. But the grunts had them. Us Pogues didn't. But I got this at my local survival store, preparedness store, really cheap. I think it was like $70-some-odd. And I got to pick the one I wanted, so of course I picked a complete one that was in good condition. Normally these run for somewhere between $100 and $150, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. All you people with more money than sense. I added this. This is a UST. For some reason I get UST and UCO confused. I guess because they're both orange, you can get them at Walmart. But this is a fire striker. Because chances are, if you need a knife and you're not stabbing somebody, you probably need some fire too. So, knife and fire, they get you a long ways. Alright, so that, like I said, that normally sits under this bag. We'll go here on the outside. So I've got one of these doohickeys, because I got it on clearance cheap. What is this? A Night Eyes something or other. Figure 9 carabiner. There you Basically, you can use this to put some rope through, tie some rope through there and cinch it down there. It's got a weight limit, meaning it's not just some cheap piece of junk. And I mean, it's a carabiner. Alright, so next we have this doodad. This is a water bottle holder. So you stick your thing through there and it catches it, then it won't come out. And by thing in this case, I mean a water bottle. So the idea is you carry that somewhere and you can carry like a 16 or 20 ounce water bottle. This is a giant ferro rod. I'm a little short on time tonight, but it's a ferro rod. You know what a ferro rod is. It just happens to be 6 inches long and the diameter of my pinky, which is pretty awesome. So this right here is a El Cheapo possibly broken. Nope. It's a flashlight. It's only on. There's a magnet on this side. That's magnetic, so yeah. Which is kind of cool. Got this at Big Lots for, I want to say like $5. So these pouches are Condor pouches. This is a single mag pouch with MOLLE on both sides. This is I think they call it a kangaroo pouch. It's a mag pouch with a pistol pouch. Right here I've got a knife. Humvee, because it's cool. I mean, I don't know how they managed to make a Humvee brand, but I mean, it's kind of cheap gear. But, with a cheap knife, okay, liner lock, but it's a pocket knife. But the important part is it's got a seatbelt cutter and a glass breaker. My EDC knife doesn't have those. And if stuff's going down where I need this, I'm probably going to need that. I should, yeah, I'm going to leave some of this stuff. I'm going to put it back. Some of this stuff I might not. So here, it's kind of tricky to get this out. This is a Baofeng UV5R 2 Plus radio. The 2 Plus, I think, means it's got a little bit better, the internals are a little bit different, so I think it hears, the frequency range is a little bit bigger, I want to say. I've got an extended battery here. So normally the battery stops right there. This battery can also be charged directly. I don't have the adapter yet, but I put some silver Sharpie in there. This way I could see the hole. Because if you didn't know it was there and that silver Sharpie wasn't there, you would just think it was another one of these. You can see that I put the date that I bought it. Dang, it's been 3 years already. And I gave it a number, a serial number. Same concept for magazines. You put a number on it. This way, if you have a problem with it, you know which one's which, because they usually look alike. Set that off to the side. Got a spare mag for an AR. Serial number 000, because it happened to come with a rifle. And I believe that is M855 or SS109. I believe it's the penetrator stuff. It doesn't have green tip for some reason. A lot of the stuff I have that is penetrator isn't green tip. Alright, so the bag, these are Condor double mag pouches. Up here I've got 2 extra pistol mags. One with hollow points. Say what it is. I think it's a Winchester or something or other. You can see it's got a serial number on it. And one with regular target ammo. This is Federal. You can see it's got a serial number on it too. And if you're going to say, well, why don't you have hollow points? Well, hollow points are freaking expensive. And you know what? I wouldn't want to get hit with these. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to get hit with these, and certainly not 15 of these. So these are good enough. Alright, over here, same double mag pouch again, but this time, got a flashlight. Where are the batteries? Dead. They don't make this anymore. This was branded Enercell, which was a Radio Shack brand. This takes 4 AAA batteries, and you can move this up and down to change it from wide to a beam. It's got a tactical end cap, which you typically don't see on non-tactical stuff. So that means it's momentary on, and then you can click it to stay on, which I prefer. Then I've got a Gerber multi-tool. I was actually issued this one while I was deployed. This is a replacement for the one I lost. The one I lost didn't have stupid needle nose. It had real pliers. I believe this is a diesel. Doesn't say. But it's pretty cool. It's slick. I like it. Gets the job done. I did get a black version of the diesel that I was issued when I deployed, and that stays in my actual EDC bag, because this is always with me. But I mean, let's be real here. This is a pretend bag. This is for the game of preparedness. You know, World War III is going to happen before I need this or some craziness. But I do use stuff in it occasionally, like these gloves. These are Hardy Professional Series. They are Harbor Freight gloves. These are capacitive. It doesn't work. They work on the touchscreen, but because they're big and stiff, they don't really work all that well. I've got some morale patches here. The bag is a Drago something or other. So you can see the patch, and for all you snowflakes, that means a shit magnet. SNAFU is military acronym for Situation Normal All Fucked Up. NKDA is an acronym for No Known Drug Allergies. That's a bear shark octopus thingamajigger. And this says Promote Tolerance, Celebrate Diversity. And it's a triceratops fucking a rhino, and the rhino is crying. This is an add-on. This is an old dog collar that I had because this bag really needs a top pouch or a top grab carry handle. So I just slid that in there. Speaking of sliding things in there, I have a UV glow stick. This I got for a couple dollars from Bud K. Bud K is pretty awesome. So what this is glow-in-the-dark stuff. And you can quick charge it. So you just do that a little bit and bam. You get a little bit of a glow. You can kind of see it. So what it is it's glow-in-the-dark stuff in some kind of an epoxy in some kind of shape. They make all sorts of different stuff. So you can see here there's glow there, no glow there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a gimmick, but I mean, let me get this out of the way. Alright, we'll slide that back in there. This cable normally isn't here. It's normally in the pouch here. And it's got an iPhone charger, and it's got micro USB, which is typically for Android or most other things. It does data and charging. It's a good quality cable. I got it on clearance at Walmart for like $5. Well, I'm sure you're asking, now, why do you have an iPhone charger if you don't have an iPhone? Because every freaking moron around has an iPhone, and they never have a cable. So if that's the moron that has a working cell phone, and we need to get his thing juiced, there we go. Like I said, that's normally somewhere else. This is a Pathfinder stainless steel bottle, 32 ounces. It's got the stainless steel cap that he puts in there. As you can see, unused. There's a water container filled with stainless steel in case I need to boil water for some reason. Because if I need to get into this, shit's going down, and I might need to be boiling the water. So it's a Drago bag. We went all around the outside. Oh, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. These colors. Talked about it briefly in another video, but it is the VanQuest Preppers color coding kit, color scheme that Urban Prepper came up with and VanQuest marketed. I think this is a great idea. That's what the colors in my little 10-sided wheel are. And this is just a dump pouch. I think it's a VanQuest dump pouch, but the dump pouch, you just pull this here and it turns into something where you can put more stuff in. So I've got these zippers color coded. I was digging around in here. I'm like, I don't remember what's where. So, you know, red's medical, purple is clothing. In this case, that's where I have another set of gloves. Yellow is communications, black is tactical and tools. You can see here communications, this is where the radio goes. Black is tactical, because that's where the extra magazine was. And you can see here we've got tactical tools. We've got some fire starting, because that's orange. Then I doubled up here, I've got blue and red. So red is medical, and blue is water. White and purple. That white is hygiene, and purple is clothing. And then here, we've got some more black on both of them. Those are hair ties. I think they're a great option for stuff, for this kind of thing. So here are some cheaper gloves. So those gloves are an upgrade. These gloves were the original gloves, or you know, this is the original place for the gloves. These are just some cheap Harbor Freight gloves, relatively cheap. I think they were $5 or $10, but they were the best bang for the buck at the time. Those are now the best bang for the buck. Put that over there. The plastic bag is waterproofing because it's on the outside. Alright, so we'll get here and see what we got as far as medical. Got a couple things here. Alright, just this one. So, Ziploc bag for waterproofing and organization. So this is a Celox kit that you can get at Walmart. So it comes with the granules, ibuprofen, a couple bandages, whatever. Here's the Celox kit. This is the old school Walmart baggie. So that's what it looked like. They stopped selling this about the time they started selling Stops Bleeding, which is now Bleed Stop. So, you know, this is, I mean, if I need this, I'll probably need some kind of anti-coagulant, or some kind of coagulant. Blister relief kit, same reason, you know. This also came from Walmart, and, yeah, you can tell it's been a while. But basically it's pre-cut moleskin and stuff. Pretty handy. All you weirdos over there talking about you can use super glue to seal up wounds. Super glue is for a pinch. You know, if you got nothing else. It's got contaminants in it. It's probably not good for you. If you want something like super glue, get something made for it. These are single-purpose, single-use vials. I got them at Home Depot. You can see when and how much I paid. I think they're now 2 for $5, but Home Depot gives better discounts, so that's pretty cool. And I got some Tums. You can see it's got a date on it. I believe this came from Dollar Tree. So it's not really a boo-boo kit. It's not any kind of a trauma kit, but if I'm having to operate out of this bag, this covers, you know, bleeding. There are a couple band-aids in there. You know, I got bleeding. I got upset stomach problems because that'll take you out real fast. And then I got blisters. Blister stuff, anti-blister stuff. You know what? I'm going to put that back in because I might forget where it goes. Alright, so now what we have, oh, I did manage to put this back in. This is the thing I thought that I hadn't put back in yet. So this is a USB charger. We'll go more into what's a good USB charger, what's a bad USB charger in another video, but I got two outputs and 120 volts. I have another, oh, I don't know where this cable is supposed to go then, but I've got multiple of these, and this is the one that stays here. So this is that cable I was just telling you about, iPhone and micro USB, which is typically Android. This one is interesting. It's lighted. That's what all this stuff here is. But, you know, I got it on clearance too. It came with, let's see, this is micro USB, this is USB-C, and that is Lightning. So that's for iPhones, that's for newer Android phones, and that's for most other Android phones. And you can see I got this little silver mark here. That's so I know which side is which. I plug it in this way. And this lights up, and the lights, you can't even see what I'm doing. The lights go faster the more current there is, so it'll let you know how fast it's charging. And because I got it on clearance, and I got multiple of them, I gave them serial numbers. These are wet ones, which are antibacterial wipes. This is held in with a black hair tie, hairband, whatever they're called. A little bit of gun oil. I've got a basic gun cleaning and gun maintenance kit scattered throughout here. This is the lubricant part of it. Spare battery for the radio. This is the stock battery, and you can see it's waterproofed, and that is one hair tie keeping it together. Got a expandable towel. Canadian Prepper is famous for the small ones apparently, but that's a big one. Got a pencil. Oh, I guess where did I come up with this stuff? Let's see, those came from Walmart. That I got clearance somewhere. That's from a gun store. This is from the survival store. That came with the radio. The bag I got free from work. This came from Home Depot. It's a pencil. I haven't used it, so it's not sharpened. But sometimes, you know, pencils write on a lot of stuff. And a big one, you know, I could shave this off for, if I needed a fire and I didn't have anything else going on, I could shave this off and burn it. And also it's got a really big eraser. Glock tool. Like I said, there's a, you know, a gun cleaning and maintenance kit here. This is part of it. Came from the gun store, like $7 or something. Another Home Depot pencil. I cut this one down and pre-sharpened it. This way, if I need to write on something, I can. This is a industrial ink. So this works on. So this is better than a regular Sharpie. It's called Sharpie Industrial. It's more resistant to chemicals. I got another brand, I think Milwaukee. It said it'll write on wet stuff. I'm working those in to different bags everywhere. Regular pen. USB battery. I got this from Aldi for like $8. One of these is, so one puts out at 2.1 amps, one puts out 1 amp, and it'll charge at 2 amps, so it'll charge fast, and it can charge your stuff fast, and it's got a built-in charging cable, and it's got a built-in micro USB cable. And since most of my devices use micro USB, this is great. You'll notice there's a little bit of a gap missing. I modified this so it would fit my phone in the phone case, because I'm one of those guys that still uses a OtterBox. So this will now fit in here. I bought a couple of these. One of them's died. The battery's probably dead. This one seems to work okay. so I'll leave it here. And you know, it's not a write in the rain pad, but it's 3 for $1 pad, so I can write notes, leave directions, take notes, burn it if I need to, whatever. Alright, that's 2 compartments down. Alright. And we are 25 minutes in. Holy fucking shit. Alright, so top compartment. Roll of duct tape. This is Gorilla Tape. I like Gorilla Tape. It works really good the way I need it to work. It's waterproof. Water doesn't make it non-sticky. And this little roll is $3, and it's about 1 inch wide. It's in this plastic bag so that it doesn't get stuff gummy everywhere. Headlamp. Got it on clearance at Walmart. Oh, I got the Gorilla Tape at Walmart too. I got this on clearance. I bought several of them. I prefer uniformity. I even preferred uniformity before I joined the military. I'm weird like that. But this one has an over-the-top thing. If you're going to get a headlamp, get one with an over-the-top. That will reduce the amount of strain around your head. Because the last thing you want is a freaking head tourniquet. Alright, little food multi-tool. I mean, if things are that dire where I gotta get in here, I might need some food. This is also a can opener and a bottle opener. I mean, these are kind of gimmicky. By the time you need that, you're probably never going to be able to get that in there, but whatever. And this is a Night Eyes little S-beaner thing or something like that. This is a UTS sport thing. These are awesome. I just got a new one to do an unboxing for you. But it's got knife sharpener, compass, flint, you know, fire steel kind of thing, and a whistle. So I'll save the detail for the review. Stormproof matches. This is UCO. Let's see where I did not get this at Walmart. So I got this at a local preparedness store. And at the time, $4 was a good deal on it, and now you can get it at Walmart for $3. Got, this is a little M-Tech fixed blade. You can see here. Got this $10 at my local sex toy shop, because they have a novelty section. And I stuck this in here before I got the big one, for a little bit of redundancy. Sometimes you need a knife, but you don't need a big one. You just need to cut something up, like a little package or something. And I've got some cash and small bills in a little baggie to keep it dry, because you might need some cash. Alright, so let's see, we got glow sticks, cheap glow sticks. This toothbrush looking thing is for part of the gun cleaning kit. Got a stock antenna for the radio. If I need to actually use it, I probably want to use a bigger antenna than the little stubby. So the stubby's there so it doesn't get broken or dirty. This is here in case I need to use it. You can see here, yellow means some kind of communication or navigation stuff. Got a compass here and a waterproofing bag or an organizational bag that's broken. This is a UCO or UST compass. It's like the $5 or $10 one. It's enough to get the job done. You know, my day today, I'm typically in cell phone signal coverage and looking at street maps near my vehicle. So this is not really all that critical, especially for what this is going to be, but you know, it doesn't take up that much space, and you definitely can use it. Knot cards. You know, usually I just keep tying stuff until it doesn't move, but now I can keep some different knots. Spare hair ties with a little bitty carabiner. These are useful for all sorts of things. I'm gonna put this one back in here. Alright, now to the main compartment. So this little tube sock looking thing here, you know, if you're a spinner, you could use this as a shirt, but you know, for the rest of us, this is a neck gaiter or hat or something, what is it? They call it an EnduraCool. So it's like a polyester, it's like an Under Armour cloth, you know, whatever that is, kind of polyester, stretchy stuff. But you can put it on your head to cover your head, you can put it around your neck to cover your neck. You can do all sorts of different things with that. I have a bandana or a handkerchief, camo. This is an interesting doodad. So this, let's see if I can get without the flare. This replaces the battery on your radio and lets you plug it into a car. There we go. So it's not a battery, but it just puts voltage to the radio so it can work. So it's not going to charge your battery, but it'll let you use the radio in a vehicle. Let's see, I've got 2 hanks of paracord. This is legit paracord. Tactical colored, in this case black, in case I don't want to be seen. High vis, in case I do want to be seen. Now, depending on when you're digging into a kit, sometimes you want to be seen, sometimes you don't. That's a candy bar, isn't it? Alright, what do we got? So, got a Sawyer, what is this, Mini? Micro? Sawyer Mini. Got the Sawyer filter, got the container it comes with. I have color coded the hair bands on it, and that keeps it small. And I have some coffee filters in there, and it's in this is a freezer Ziploc bag. Great value because I'm a Walmarter. Gatorade. And you can tell it's been around for a minute. I think I got it Big Lots in a pack. 2 different flavors. Got some batteries. So this is 2, 4. So this is 12 AAA and this is 4 AA. You can see I've got color-coded hair bands to keep the container secure, and it's waterproofed. The item that if you buy from Amazon, Amazon knows you're a prepper. This is a Silcock key. We'll go more in depth about that in a later video, but if you go look at these on Amazon, they will say people who also bought this, also bought these radios. So if you know what that means, this becomes identifying. We'll talk about all that in more depth in later videos. Alright, what else we got here? Alright, got a beanie. This is just a felt beanie I got. I think it was free or at a thrift store or something like that. Alright, got another expandable towel. Oh, by the way, a lot of this stuff came from Walmart. Like, this was clearance at Walmart for like a couple, I don't know, I got like 5 of them, so probably like $1 or $2. This came from Walmart. This was $1. If you start getting these hair ties, the ones at Walmart are better quality than the Dollar Tree. These battery cases I got at Fry's Electronics. I don't think they sell them anymore, but you can get them online. There's a variety of different things you can do for that sort of thing. If you got a 3D printer, you can print them. Alright, so I've got a trauma kit here, kind of. If I'm having to use this the way I think I am, bullets are going to be flying. So, having quick clot, some gloves, and an Israeli bandage would come in handy. Israeli bandage came from eBay. This came from the local preparedness store in 2016. And I think the gloves came from that local preparedness store too. Got some baby wipes that have dried out. I get the hypoallergenic baby wipes. Here we go. This is iodine tablets. People I was talking to were kind of worried about nuclear stuff around the last election. So I started looking into it, and I got some iodine tablets. Got some cash. I think there's a couple redundancies here that haven't been, because I've been adding to it but not removing stuff. Like I think this is the original cache, and that was an add-on. And then in this hidden compartment, almost hidden compartment, got a baby Glock. That is a baby. What is this? This is a 27. Extended mag, and it's got hollow points. I think it's the same Winchester law enforcement stuff or something like that. And a +1 mag extension. There's a holster in there with some Velcro on it. I don't remember. I think it's just. So this is an in the waistband holster I got somewhere. Tell me what. RH. Nope. Nope. Whatever that sign means. And then this is I think this is a condor thing. I think that's what that is. So, like I said, in practical usage, it's pretty much for me to be prepared while I'm riding with someone else. But, you know, it's kind of designed for me to, you know, don some armor, grab this, and go to town doing whatever I need to do. And that's been like 37 minutes. And I was hustling. So, if you like, leave a like. If you dislike, hit that button too. Definitely comment and tell me what you think, if it's crazy. So this is in addition to my bug out bag, in addition to my EDC bag, and all the other normal junk in my trunk. You know, it's kind of like a, you know, for fantasy, but at the same time, I typically, if I need, what is it? I have come in here and used this before. I have come in here to get this before, just because they happen to be easily accessible. I think the same thing with the cable. But yeah, I have not typically dug into it for actual usage, thankfully. So I'm going to pack this back up, and we'll see if I can upload it tonight. So because it's kind of rushed, I'm not going to do any editing to it or post-processing. I'm just going to upload it. I might re-upload it with, you know, the intro and whatnot, but apologize for the delay. I've been unemployed, and I start my first day of work tomorrow. Kind of excited. But enough rambling. I'm going to cut it off, and see you guys in the next one.